Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Alex Eala's R32 match in the Oeiras Open postponed due to rain. Alex Eala's round of 32 match in the Oeiras Ladies Open against Anouk Koevermans has been postponed for a day midway through the second set after multiple delays caused by rain in the Centro Desportivo Nacional due Jamor in Portugal on Monday evening, Philippine Time. Eala, the top seed in the tournament, played near-perfect tennis early on as she took 3 break points to secure the first set handily, 6-3. Re-aid, Trailblazer Alex Eala aims high, but keeps feet on the ground. Her Dutch counterpart started to regain her footing by working the corners, taking a 3-2 lead in the second set before the first interruption happened. After more than an hour, the two young ladies returned to the court with Koevermans securing the point and taking a 4-2 lead before rain started pouring again, with Eala at 30-0 for the point. That interruption proved to be the last. Being the lone main draw match still being played, the organizers decided to move the match for Tuesday, Philippine Time, while prioritizing the qualifying matches. The match was suspended in the 1:11 mark of the game. Rained and rallies. Alex Eala's Oeiras Open clash drenched in delay. The clouds have been brooding all morning over the sleepy town of Oeiras, Portugal. The air was heavy, thick with tension and the scent of damp earth. It was the kind of day that felt suspended in time, and for Alex Eala it would become a match not just against her opponent, but against nature itself. She arrived at the courts early, dressed in her signature navy blue visor and the quiet focus of someone ready for battle. Today was her round of 32 match in the Oeiras Open, a key stop in her clay season. The preparation had been intense. Long hours on the red courts, adjusting her movement, finessing her topspin, chasing rhythm in rallies that seemed to last forever. But tennis, like life, isn't always just about preparation. Sometimes it's about weathering what comes next. By 10 o'clock a.m., the drizzle had already begun. At first, it was harmless, a soft mist. Umbrellas opened like blooming flowers in the crowd, and tournament officials kept the players informed, hoping it would pass. Alex, meanwhile, was inside the locker room, bouncing a tennis ball against the wall, with the calm of someone who had learned patience through countless delays, flight changes, and life lived in suitcases. But soon, the drizzle turned into a downpour. Clay courts can take a bit of water, but not this much. Lines began to blur. Puddles formed in the corners. The bounce became unpredictable, slick, dangerous. At 11:13 a.m., the announcement came. Play has been suspended until further notice due to rain. Alex barely reacted. She stood, stretched, and nodded. She was used to detours. For fans, it was a pause. For players, it was a test of mental endurance. Delays are cruel in tennis. Unlike other sports, you don't get a clock to run down. You sit, you wait, your nerves stew, your body cools. Timing phrase. Some players break under that silence. Others adapt. Alex chose the latter. Inside the pause, in the quiet of the player lounge, she sat with her coach, watching the rain drum rhythmically against the glass. Her racket bag sat unopened beside her. A steaming cup of chamomile tea, her match day ritual, rested on the table. This is part of the match, her coach reminded her. She nodded. No frustration, no complaints. This wasn't the first time. Her thoughts flicked back to other delays. One in Osaka, where wind had rattled the court like a storm in a bottle. Another in Madrid, when altitude, not weather, threw off her timing. And even further back to the small courts of Manila, where power outages, sudden tropical rainstorms, and cracked courts were just part of the game. I grew up playing in chaos, she once joked. That's why I'm calm when things go sideways. And calm she was. Across the hall, her opponent was pacing, clicking their tongue, restless. But Alex stayed centered, visualizing points, mentally rehearsing her footwork on slick clay. She knew that whether the match resumed today, tomorrow, or never, her real opponent was always focus. And she wasn't going to lose to that. The waiting game. By 1 o'clock p.m., hope flickered again. The rain lightened. Grounds crew hurried out with squeegees and bags of drying compound. Alex slipped on her hoodie, tightened her shoelaces, and warmed up her shoulder with soft swings. But just as they were about to walk onto the court, the rain returned. Heavier, more relentless. Match postponed. Officially. Rescheduled for tomorrow. Some players groaned. Others stormed off. But Alex? She exhaled, rolled her shoulders, and texted her parents back home in the Philippines. A simple update. No drama. Match postponed. Rain. Playing tomorrow. It was nearly 9 p.m. in Manila. Her family was gathered, as they always were, around the laptop or phone, tracking her every tournament, every point, across time zones and continents. Back in Portugal, Alex picked up her bag and headed back to the hotel. The streets of Oeiras shimmered with rain as taxis splashed past cobblestone curbs. Locals ducked under doorways. Her day had been carved in silence and suspense, but her spirit was intact. More than just a match. Delays don't show up on the stat sheet. They don't count as wins or losses. But for a rising star like Alex Eala, they are the invisible matches within the match. The ones where character sharpens, where patience is tested, where the difference between good and great quietly forms. And in those quiet hours, she proved once again why so many are watching her. Not just for her forehands or rankings, but for her composure, her grace, her ability to keep showing up. The next day, the skies were kinder. When she finally stepped onto court 3, her shoes kicked up tiny clouds of orange dust. Her opponent was stiff, hesitant. Maybe the rain had done its damage. But Alex, she was ready.